Hello everyone, mid-April, and I wanted to show the progress with the greenhouse. Finishing this final piece of the foundation. I hope to have it done today. And the system what I use here is like I practice this notches. See, there is a notch over there, so this beam is not attached with any screws or bolts, and it's a net solid like. And then I have notch in this beam, foundation beam, that goes across the whole thing, and that will go, see, this thing will go in here, and it will stay very solidly. So I put some stain that actually has protective properties in here. And this part, it's also attached to like a joint, a special joint that I think will work. And then in the middle I will have another post that will go in here, essentially this way, just like that, right? So it will go in here this way, and then here I already put this post here. Need to adjust the height to make sure it's all leveled, but you can see the notches here as well. So this is the same notch as I have here, but because it's constrained on the top, it doesn't actually move anywhere. So if after I assemble everything, check the angles, then I will use some maybe brackets or screws to make sure it stays like that. And here I want to show how this thing looks. So if I put it this way, right? So this is my joint, and basically it's heavy, but it goes see this here, this joint right there, like that. See, that joint holds this beam from going this way, and everything should be solid. And the reason why I did this versus putting one on top of another is that because this beam here is a bit too short. It's only 194 inches, and I accidentally made the whole length of 201 3/4, about 202 inches long. So I'm missing some lengths, and I thought, okay, if I make it this way and I can put 2 screws on the back, it will be solid. Now the wall here will be like a frame, similar to what I did for the other part, and I will insulate it and put sheet metal on this side and put some gravel around it to make sure it has good drainage. But that's my plan for today, and just want to put some stain first, and after I put some stain first, can proceed. As a closer look, this has a joint over there. So essentially it holds everything in place. Very precise. And then this notch angled. This notch is angled here. And here we have another one, very similar. So because of the weight, it will slide down and lock it even better, but I will use screws anyway because I want it to be really solid, and with the frame underneath and insulation and some gravel, it will be very reliable to attach the walls on it. Now I just need to put some stain, and I also have water resistant paint that I will put in there, and that's it. It will be essentially done. Oh, it's a native Oregonian bee. Hello. Okay, let's continue. This will protect the wood from rot. And any fungal stuff. And the outside is pressure treated. As well as insects like termites or whatever, they don't like this chemistry. I like chemicals too, but there's no choice. I need to do something to make sure the structure stays. Good. A little update on this foundation. This is how it looks at this moment. So I fixed these beams here, and as well as the corners, everything looks level. So I have one post here, one post on the far end, so it's all leveled, and then this cross beam goes here, and it has one post in the middle, and then started to attach that frame down below. And the frame is mainly for the insulation, because I need to have some attachment points for the insulation. So I will connect these things together and put some something underneath to stay, but then on top of it I will attach the insulation and then cover it with sheet metal, same as I did here, right? So this is actually the dimension, right? So we have a slope, and then I have this area where I will have a climate battery, and in this area it will be cold area, but not so cold maybe, but it's the area to do different things. That will have a little bench for to grow in seedlings and plants, and then basically that will be it. So right now it's not attached yet, but I can stand on it. It's a good sign. So I think this is more or less solid, but I will use screws and bolts to tighten it from the ends right here. So I will tighten it from here, maybe put some brackets, tighten it over there, and then after I put everything together and put gravel around it, it will be pretty much solid. At least I hope. But then we'll see what will happen next. In the worst case, I can attach the beams that not the beams, the posts that will go in the corners. I can attach them to these beams and it will hold it all in place. Anyway, so this is progress so far.